What you want today?
Curl top.
Curl top? What you want to do on the side?
Tip.
High temp? And curl the top?
Yes.
Alright. So that's locked right in. You know, a prepped head is always the best head to work with, whether you comb, brush, or pick it. So in this case, because he want a curl top, I'm picking all his curls out. So I took my low pro to create my guideline because he wanted a high taper. Taking my low pro FX1s and just going up a finger's width, or like maybe like 3/4 of a finger's width, level all the way open. Now I'm going halfway closed. I'm closing it to knock out the guideline that I created with my low pros. And like you see, these things are smearing right on them. Here I'm fading down, so I'm taking my number 1 and I got level all the way open, because if I used the 0.5 I probably would have took too much of the bulk off, and I did not want to do that. So I'm trying to create some transition, so I fade down and I'm taking my number 1 while doing so. I'm going level halfway close, you know, just trying to create some transition. I apologize about my camera keep zooming in and zooming out. It's simply because it's trying to it's trying to lock onto his head, but it keep moving. So yeah, I'm level all the way close, just knocking out that line. Now I'm taking my 0.5, which is a 1/16, the smallest guard I'm using, and just hitting at the line, trying to, you know, just create some transition. That's looking good so far. I'm taking my 1.5. This is my highest guard, and I'm trying to fade, blend this temp into, you know, the bulk of the hair without taking too much off. So I could have used my number 1, but I probably would have took too much off. Yeah, and you want a high temp, not a burst fade or anything of that nature. So I'm going back and I'm detailing. Just detailing. Anytime you see me with, you know, my guard not on, I'm just detailing. Yeah, I'm starting the back neck area. I felt like just because he's a kid, I didn't need to use my low pros to create a guideline. You know, like I said, I don't want to cut him at the end of the day, so, you know, I just created it within my clippers. Like I said, he's still a kid, so, you know, he's still prone to being sensitive back here. Way too sensitive. I'm taking my 1.5. And I'm just, you know, creating a transition, trying to start there and then come on, work my way down. Yep. Yeah, I'm taking my one guard, I can level all the way open. That's coming together dope. Look, I had something on the TV. I could not remember what it was, but he was interested in it. And I told his mom, make sure you please turn this movie on when he get home. I can't get this man to focus. Like I said, I'm feeding down. That's coming together clean. And like I said, my client, his hair texture is different, so, you know, I gotta put in the extra work, which is not a problem, but, you know, that comes with it. That comes with cutting. And you can see, even with me still picking his hair out, I still will have to overpick. Or like his hair will go back into the natural form that it curves in. Yeah, as you can see, this is looking pretty dope. Dope. Like I said, you don't want to go too high on the taper, considering, you know, his neck area, his hair is already low, so you want to stay as low as you can get it with a transition that's going to pop out. Yeah, I'm taking that bulk off right there with my number 2. This is my number 2 guard. Simply because the number 1 did not work. See, that came together pretty good. That's dope. That looks good. And then, you know, of course I did a little bit of detailing afterwards, but it is what it is. So, you know, this my side. I talked to y'all of, you know, my progress and everything. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. So Like I said, I've been in my suite for about like 4 months now. Everything's been going good. Been gaining new clients. Been having clients come from the YouTube channel as well. So if you're in the Baltimore, Maryland area, make me your barber. It's only right to make me your barber. I specialize in giving my clients more in value than they give me a dollar. Consistency is everything. You got to be consistent with your work. You know, let alone I only been cutting for 2.5 years, going on 3. Coming up shy on 3. So it's like I care about my clients. I care about my work. You know, when I look at us, when I scout somebody's head or a client's head, I picture my head. Like, this would be me walking out of here. Let me give them something that I want, or that I would love to see on my head. You know, yeah, he asked for a high temp, but I can tweak it in the way that I want him to have it. You know, I get a lot of views on YouTube and things of that nature. So if you don't already, and you know, just maybe type my name and make sure you subscribe, turn that noti bell on so you won't miss a video. And yeah, I want to do a giveaway soon with, you know, the returners, or, you know, just people in general. You know, a free giveaway. Maybe it'd be like some trimmers, some new trimmers or whatever. But without further ado, let's lock right in. So I started off spraying it with my holding spray, and I'm brushing it down to get everything to one nice desired length. So when I do go to line them up, everything will be one length straight across. There's no way I can mess that up. Yeah, I'm hitting the back neck area. These are my low pros. These are hitters, but they're not as much as my other trimmers. You always supposed to have 2 sets of everything, at least 2 sets. Like my trimmers, I got at least like 3 sets. Clippers, I got 3 sets. You know, you want to have one of those trimmers that don't hit like the rest. Simply because, like, you might have kids and you don't want to put your hitters on any kids, because you will cut them up, and that will be a problem. So please take from what I just said. Don't just use one pair of trimmers on all of your clients, because some clients not able to take certain trimmers of you setting them. You might be heavy handed and you trying to use the sharpest tool in America. It will not work to your favor because you're already heavy handed. So I'm just lining up, you know, going straight across, reference point B to C, coming back from B to A. That looks good. Like I said, these trimmers still created an ash line for me. You know, these trimmers create an ash line for me, and I barely touched them. Then I'm going in my waterproof enhancements. If you guys did not see the video I posted before this one where I displayed my waterproof enhancements, yes, they are waterproof enhancements. It all depends on how you prep your client's skin. Hot lava, alcohol, holding spray. You know, just creating that, getting rid of the excess and things of that nature. I can remember when I was this kid age. We was not getting haircuts like this. We was not. These kids now, they're too cool. Then I'm going in with my real hair fibers. As you can see, this is just filling in the gaps that's not filled in already, as you can see. And it just give it a better pop. Like the haircut looks way better. It looks more fuller and everything, as you can see. And that blend came together dope on the side of there. Then I'm taking my Barber Magic pencil. I could use white, but my preference is tan because it flows with the skin a lot better. I love tan for some reason. I love tan. And you can't just use any kind of tan. I'm telling you guys, every product I use. Barber Magic pencil on Amazon. Barber Magic pencil. It's the one that I've started with. And I've used plenty of other pencils and I did not like them either. Too dark, too light, feel like clay, or, you know, it just wasn't for me. So this is the best pencil that I really feel like that suits me. Soon I'm gonna start posting links in my description, where I can, you know, just have everything. Matter of fact, I'll do it this video. I'll make sure I have an Amazon link of everything I use. Falls down to my camera, my lens, and everything. So I'm just blending in the pencil with my trimmers. because you don't want to just just be there. You wanted to. It's like concealer when your girl putting concealer on, and after she done her eyebrows and to give it that pop. This is how I curl my client's hair. First I spritz water, then I go in with my curl gel, and I'm going in with my curl brush. You can pretty much get this from the hair store, but in this video I'm using level 3 curl gel, simply because I use a lot of curl gels, but I feel like level 3 thus far been one of the best curl gels ever, in my opinion. And that's dope. As you can see, it's curling because the water loosened it up. So we got guys, kids, ladies coming in the shop just looking completely like this, but as barbers, it's our job to make them feel great. It's our job to make them feel totally different of what they walked in. So without further ado, let's start. If you don't already, drop a like, comment, subscribe, and turn that bell noti on. Let's get it. I'm gonna drop another banger for y'all in December, maybe 2 more. I know I've been slow, but a lot been going on, and that's just what comes with YouTube. I'm a YouTuber, I'm a content creator now, so just check out that boy cut, man. We was not getting these cuts at his age, bruh. We was not. Thank y'all. I appreciate everybody for the support.